Hi guys, in this episode of No Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1987 series. Currently we are on Season 3, Episode 28, Beware the Lotus. And I think we're finally gonna be getting into some interesting stuff with this show. Not that we haven't had plenty of interesting stuff in the show so far, especially in this third season, which I've really enjoyed. So much more than season 1 and 2, it's insane. Especially it's weird because everybody told me how bad the show gets like in the middle of it in like season 3 and 4. And maybe still we haven't hit the bad part, but I'm having a lot of fun with this third season. And based on the thumbnails for the next like 15 or so episodes, we seem like we're gonna be getting into some really interesting bunch of episodes where a lot of new characters get introduced. A lot of those iconic characters of TMNT lore that we all know and love. And I'm not exactly sure whether this one is actually part of that as well, but for some reason I'm just getting a vibe that it's gonna be a really fun episode. And I also like the name of it. It's called Beware the Lotus. The thing that this name of the episode makes me think about is of the Secret Order of the White Lotus from the Avatar The Last Airbender series. So because of how important and interesting that concept is in Avatar, I'm hoping that this is gonna be just as cool in this series. And I'm really excited. I think we should just honestly get into it. But before we do, I do want to remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon or Ko-fi account. Because for those of you who are not aware yet, I am trans. And by doing so, you also get a full-on version of this reaction and a full-on version of all of the reactions that I offer on the channel, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-length reactions. Alternatively, you can also just stick with the YouTube version of this reaction and simply like the video, but it is appreciated if you do go out of your way to support me. Now, anyway, without further ado, let's start off the reaction with to episode 28 of season 3, Beware the Lotus, in 3, 2, 1. Man, what it is about old cartoon theme songs that they never get old, no matter how much you listen to them, because I've already kind of started to get sick of the Rise of the TMNT theme, but the 1987 theme is still just as good, if not even better now.
You shouldn't pick on Irma, Mr. Thompson.
What the hell is wrong with your face, April?
Why can't I do a story on all the crazy crimes that happen when there's a full moon?
Because I want romance.
Take a number and get in line.
A demonstration, please.
Wait, who are you?
What?
I am Lotus, Ninja Warrior.
Karai?
He's a thing. A female ninja? Why not? I'm an equal opportunity tyrant.
Huh?
A slip of a girl to replace me.
That looks a lot like Karai, by the way.
Challenge is
She even sounds a lot like Karai. If you didn't tell me that this was Karai, I would think this was a Karai.
I'd applaud if I had hands.
And this is not Karai, but it looks like her. By the way, when was Karai introduced?
Yeah.
Was it in the 2003 series? Like, I'm confused. I didn't think that she was a 2003 character. Or maybe she was in the comics and she wasn't adapted in this series, because I've never heard anything about a Karai version in this incarnation.
I can't wait to see what you have in store for the turtles.
a more tragic fate, I assure you. Just remember our bargain.
Yes, 100 pounds of gold. But for that,
So far this episode is honestly pretty engaging, I'm loving it.
is their end. Just as I feel, it is gone.
There's something left in its place.
A lotus blossom? What can
She even has her own mark. That's really cool. That's a really cool character concept. I love it.
And that concludes our giant sea turtle show for this evening.
You have analyzed the genetic code of turtle. I need that code.
Yeah, and what will you do if I could refuse?
This. Hi-ya!
Yeah, I'm just curious. It's in the red folder.
I mean, it wasn't much of a threat there. She just broke your desk. Big deal, you can buy a new
The
one.
woman who stole Dr. Gilman's genetic formula left one too.
Man, why is this like so serious?
Install it into the scent analyzer.
I love when this show gets like
To seek out turtles.
serious like this. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like what TMNT should be, like some really cool, serious plots.
We will make an undefeatable team.
Where the show takes itself seriously and focuses on doing the plots and not just slapstick bullshit, you know?
This Lotus reminds me of someone I heard about years ago in Japan. A young girl, 10 years old, of amazing skill, who wished to become a ninja. But soon she surpassed all the masters who tried to instruct her.
Yeah, keep telling me how that's not kawaii.
No man.
Wow, that was a great flashback, Master Slater. So who was that girl?
Her name was...
Karai.
Foot soldier, seize him.
A stun gun, Master Splinter.
Wait, how the hell did... it just took me a second to process, but how the hell did she find the...
Mr. Tuck?
How did she find the lair? Did she use the nose thing? The nose vacuum?
Get big numbers.
I'm sorry, I was focused on talking, not really watching.
Emails out there. In fact, April's next.
I'm just not used to like having to pay attention to the show like that.
Not so fast, green one. First, you must get past Lotus.
She's magnificent. Lotus, I don't want to fight you.
And there's another reason why this is fucking Karai. Because Leo is fighting her and he's crushing on her. I mean, come on. Even if she's not Karai, Karai is clearly inspired by her.
Don't try my patience, reptile.
Wow, you're good.
You're not bad yourself.
Come on, even the mutual acceptance for each other's skills. That's so cool. I'm loving this episode. Like, so far I feel like we're like 3 or 4 episodes with constant high quality. I love this.
All right then, I give up.
Really?
I accept your surrender.
He's not. He's lying, Leo. Are you an idiot?
Hey, what's with Leonardo?
Lotus suckered him with a trick sword. It knocked him silly.
Why, that low down...
I think he's not just falling down, but falling for her too.
Oh, she's wonderful.
Why, Leonardo, under that tough shell, beats the heart of a true romantic.
Huh?
Would you kindly tell Romeo that Juliet's goons just kidnapped our sensei?
Master Splinter? What are we waiting for? Let's wrestle
You!
him!
We're waiting for you!
Wherever you are, we're going to lead the turtles back to Lotus.
We're helping the title? Ain't nothing sacred no more.
No.
So they can finish each other off.
Okay, interesting. I love that there's more than 2 sides in the conflict here now.
Finally,
That's
a
really
report
fun.
of romance.
Hey, dudes, check out the tube!
The scene here at Aqualand is one of total destruction.
No wonder. It's Bebop and Rocksteady.
Don't you wonder what the hell are they trying to achieve by wrecking shit? Do you ever think, guys?
It's Master Splinter.
Stop right there, turtles. One more step and I make this rat go splat.
Big deal, we'll catch him when you throw him. You actually save us the time to get up there and kick your ass.
Yes, and no matter who loses, it'll be someone I hate.
Huh. Man, I really like rooting for Shredder in a way, like when he's doing something that I agree with. It's so fun. He's one of those villains who you just enjoy rooting for in a way.
I know just...
I actually really have come to enjoy this version of the Shredder, man. He's really fun. I understand why people like him.
Welcome, Leonard. I hope you are well rested after our last battle.
Yeah, I had a pleasant nap, thanks to that trick sword of yours.
I had no choice. You are most skillful. As a team, you and I would be unbeatable.
Yeah, except I battle for the cause of good.
For you, Leonardo, I would give up crime. Join me.
And it's just
Together we will
hard
be
not to
ninja
think about the 2003 Karai when I'm watching this right now.
Oh, what a letdown. All of those weapons and no fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Lotus is your replacement for good. Not quite. I've still a few tricks left up my sleeve.
Ooh, can I see? If I join you, will you help me rescue my master?
I cannot. I am being paid to kidnap Splinter. After all, I am a professional.
And I can't be a traitor to a friend.
He's your father, you idiot.
Destroyed with him.
He's more than a friend.
Rather, you has been. What are you
Has been.
doing here? Saving you from your own folly, Krang. She led the turtles here on purpose.
Liar!
You betrayed Krang because of your feelings for this turtle.
Man, that's a smart play from Shredder.
I never betrayed you. My feelings have nothing to do with our bargain.
Okay, so now she's helping us because they didn't pay her.
Playing.
Shredder! Fancy seeing you here.
Fancy seeing you here.
Out, me.
Don't worry. I'll write you a nice poison pen letter.
I'll do anything. Just take me with you.
Do you promise never to insult me again?
Oh, I love how much they are like an old married couple, man. They're so fun.
With your great ninja skills, you could be a powerful force for good.
Yes. Why don't you stay and work with us?
Sorry, Turtles. But there is
Because we
not
cannot
much
pay an
time.
actress for 2 voice roles. Major ones at that, because that's clearly the voice actress for April.
Till we meet again. Sayonara.
Was that a Sony building?
Up, dude. You'll see her again.
Hey, who sent us a pizza?
I don't know, but we should tip the kid.
Most strange.
Yeah, since when do they fucking deliver inside the lair?
I know you need flour to make a pizza, but this is ridiculous.
Yup, that's the Lotus lady.
Maybe someday, Leonardo, you and I will be on the same side.
Dude, I like her. What the heck? This is like the most complex character that the show has written so far, and I kinda dig it. Like, I literally easily could see how this character can be introduced, and not really much would need to be changed for like the 2003 or the 2012 series. Like, that's literally Karai, first of all. It's literally Karai. For all intents and purposes, it's fucking Karai. But even if we ignore that, I really like what they did with her in this episode. The way they wrote her relationship with Leo, and the way she worked in this episode was really cool. How she was a mercenary, but I guess when push came to shove, she ended up working with the good guys. But why does she still consider herself one of the bad guys here at the end? I don't know, because she's just a mercenary. She just thinks for payment. That's still better than just being evil for the sake of being evil, so she's still not a bad person per se, but it's pretty cool. And as much as I would love to get more of her, I don't really expect that that's gonna be the case. It could be because there's still like 150 episodes of this show left or something like that. Well, I don't know if it's that much, because we have still like 20 episodes of this season left, then season 4 is another 40 episode long season, so that's 60, and then we have like, no, it's probably somewhere in the 120s at least. But yeah, this one was another really fun one. Like, it continues the trend of season 3 episodes being very entertaining, very engaging, very fun, and somewhat even complex in their writing. Like that one episode, which was Corporate Raiders from Dimension X, I think it was called. Yeah, that one was like the most engaging episode of this show that I've seen so far. And this one was another one like that. I I don't want to say whether this one is better than that, because I feel like that one also had a little bit of excitement going there because of the inclusion of Casey, who is going to be a character that we're going to see more as well. And it's like a canon character to the TMNT canon. Whereas this lady, even though clearly Karai was inspired by her character, is not Karai. And if it was Karai, I would consider it probably just as good, but because it's not Karai and it's in its own character, it just kind of drags it down, because we're probably not going to see her again, and it's just going to be this. And it's just that seeing Karai would have just added a level of excitement that just wasn't present here. As fun as this episode was, I still really like it. I still think it's like a really good episode, and I'm still kind of going to give it a 10 out of 10, but it could have been more exciting, you know? It definitely could have been. And yeah, I'm trying to think whether I could give it a little bit of a lower rating of anything less than a 10 out of 10, but it's like, sure, I have ideas about how this episode could have been better. Like I said, if this was actually Karai, that would have made it better. But I still think it works fine the way it is. Like, I don't really have any criticisms about these episodes or any nitpicks. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was engaging, it was fun, it was funny, it was super entertaining, and I liked it. And I think that's enough, honestly, for a 10 out of 10, at least when it comes to this show. So yeah, while it's not necessarily like my favorite episode of the show, I enjoyed it. And I hope that means that all of these upcoming episodes, which are going to feature characters from the TMNT lore more, are going to be really, really entertaining as this was, at least. But yeah, I am curious though, what do you guys think about this episode? So comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, and Corby Dead. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me in such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country, with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really, really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!